Okay, y'all, back with another video. I'm in my truck right now. They're taking forever to give me a load, another load. The load that I'm hooked up to right now, they didn't keep the BOL in it, so it's called a T-call. They like drop something somewhere, another driver, and then another driver comes and picks it up. So that's what I was supposed to be doing with this load, but they didn't leave the paperwork. So I don't know if they have it in the system and they're still gonna let me take it, or they're gonna give me another load. So I've asked them to give me another load. I'm not taking this one, and it's the weekend, so they're gonna take a little while. But I'm just gonna make this video like a questionnaire answer. So I've had a couple of questions asked to me, and I'm just gonna answer some of them. Okay. So one is how old I am. I thought I mentioned it in another video, but I am 22 years old. My birthday is in January 6th. I'm a Capricorn. We got any fellow Capricorns along? But yeah. So I'm 22. Turn 23 next year, top of the year. And yeah. Another is how did I get my CDL? I worked at Amazon for about 3 years, and I was a yard jockey. I was a yard dog for them, and they pretty much paid me to go to CDL school, and they paid me while I was in CDL school, and they paid for my schooling. So I took advantage of that, and I got out of that job, and I'm on the road. You had to go through a virtual class, and I went and got my permit first. And then once you get your permit, they send you on the yard so you can then train with your instructors in the truck. But you need to have your permit to be able to ride in the truck and drive it with a licensed CDL holder. I went to 160 drive school, so it's just a certain amount of hours I had to do to finish there. Some schools is different. I know that it's all about a certain amount of hours, but those hours vary with the school. My school, I like it. So yeah. Another question. I am single. I'm not in a relationship. So I'm out here by myself. You know, I'm a solo driver. I don't know how I'm gonna get through this winter, but I'm gonna finesse it. I'm gonna make it there. If you're out here on the road, you have a significant other, kudos to you. They have to be a very understanding person, and willing to wait for you while you out, depending on how long you're out, but not sick. But another question. Sorry, y'all, I should have had this more organized for the video. But y'all would be still, y'all would be still. What do I plan to do with my CDL in the future? Do I plan to keep driving? I plan to drive. I should be out of my truck by 2024, 25. So that's in a few years. I plan on having a training program that eventually will be a school. But I don't want to just go the route where I own a trailer and a truck and I put somebody in it and drive. They have to drive automatically. I think that's a lot of risk and a lot of chances that you take for that driver, and I don't know if I'm ready for all that. Eventually I will, but I want to go through the training part first. So ideally, maybe one of the people I train, I eventually put in my truck. But that's kind of the route that I'm going. I hope I don't get copyrighted because my music in the background, but we'll see. Some more questions. I don't think these questions are too hard, so I'm just thinking some stuff off the top that I should just give to y'all. The training for Western Express is what I drive for. You do not get paid for orientation. You get paid once you're in the truck with your trainer, and you have to go through orientation, pass your drug test, and then they set you up with a trainer. Sometimes that varies how long you're waiting on a trainer, because some people ask for non-smokers, some people ask for females, some people ask, if you got a smoker and a male, you don't care about that, you're probably gonna get a trainer a lot faster than people that's being picky. I, on the other hand, I was not picky. I didn't care. I really wanted a man trainer anyway, so that's what I got. out to my trainer. And I actually have a little funny story that I'm gonna close this out on. So with my training, it took me a while to get a trainer. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. It took me like a good going on 2 weeks to get a trainer, like a week and a half. Everybody else I started orientation with had a trainer. They was in their trucks, and I was just waiting in that hotel, not making no money. Child, good thing I persevered and I stayed. But finally got him. His name was Michael. I'm not gonna put his last name out there because I didn't ask approval for all of that. I don't know how people be, but he was a great trainer. As soon as I got his truck, he laid out all the rules. Respect me, I'ma respect you, and we gonna get you off this truck as soon as possible. See how you drive. Excuse me, my sniffles. I'm getting over a couple. But yeah, got in the truck. The first, like literally, as soon as I got in the truck, he had me driving, y'all. I drove for like a good 6 hours, 6-7 hours, and I got sleepy because I didn't even, like, when he picked me up that day, I wasn't like waiting for him. Like, he literally woke me up. So I'm like, I slept for the day, not sleeping to drive, if you know what I'm saying. So I was tired. I pulled over, and it was okay with him. He was cool. Drove again, and our whole thing was pretty smooth. He was super like into teaching, and just informing me on everything that I didn't know already. So I love that because some trainers they just be out to get the little money while you on their truck. They don't really care about teaching you what you're supposed to know. He was not that type of person. He really helped me a lot with stuff that I needed to know. But one day we got into it because it was a FedEx load and it was like a hot load. So like you had to go, and I didn't know that. He didn't tell me either. He was just like, okay, we got a FedEx load. We're gonna pick this up and you're gonna drop it off. So I picked it up, but again, that whole day I wasn't getting used to this whole sleeping thing. So I'm just trying to be attentive while he's driving, he's talking, I'm listening. Instead, I should be asleep because I need to be prepared for my drive tonight. But he wasn't telling me that. He shouldn't have had to tell me that. But I picked up on that later on, but I didn't pick it up on that soon. So I was tired for that FedEx load. I picked it up and I was ready to go to sleep as soon as it turned dark, honey. I was like, Michael, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make this. I'm tired. He was like, you can make it. You can make it. Just like, no, I can't. Like, I'm tired. Like, I'm about to go to sleep, honey. You just don't understand. I'm about to pass out. And that's what I was doing while I was driving that whole time. I was going to sleep, y'all. Had like just terrible. So I'm getting frustrated because I'm going to sleep like I told him while I'm sleeping, and he just don't care. He's just like, you got to get this load done. So finally get there, barely make it, y'all. I'm passing out the whole time, and I'm in a semi. You shouldn't be going to sleep doing all of that extra stuff on the road. That's dangerous to other people. But I had to get it there. He wanted me to get it there. He was asleep for the most part. Once I got there, y'all, I ain't cuss him out, but I let him have it. I'm like, I was going to sleep. I'm not doing that no more, Michael. Like, don't ever have me try to push me and convince me that I got it when I really don't got it. I told you I could not drive. This is my license. I was just like going off, da-da-da-da-da. He just don't care because he like, we got it here. That's all he kept saying was, we here. I hopped right out. I'm like, I'm not driving no more. He ain't even got to ask me to switch. I'm about to get up and get in this back seat and go to sleep. You know, take me off. Take me off right now. So that was one situation where we got kind of into it. And the second incident we got into was like 3 days before I got off his truck because he released me early. I was supposed to do 240 hours. He had me only do 2 weeks because I was a really good driver. But we got into it that day. We got into it because I was supposed to go to, we was getting off an exit and I was supposed to go through like the Easy Pass tolls. And I was supposed to go through the one that said Easy Pass only. I went to one that said Easy Pass and I think and Cash, but like you can still go through with an Easy Pass. But it was further off from my exit. So I'm all the way over here pulling into this Easy Pass when I could have pulled on this one to get me to my exit. So now I gotta cut around all these cars to get to my exit. And that's why he was like rushing me. He like, why you going over here? Why you going over here? But I didn't like his tone of voice, so I started getting ticked off. It was my time to, pissed off. I'm like, oh, I'm like, who's you yelling at? He like, go to the side, why you didn't go to this Easy Pass? So me and him yelling as I'm driving, and I'm just like, I didn't go there because it's not a big deal. It's still an Easy Pass zone. Like, it's cool. Meanwhile, I'm turning into the wrong exit. I'm going the wrong direction. The exit I'm getting off of is sending me onto a restricted road where trucks cannot go to, y'all. cannot go to. So he getting even more mad because he seeing stuff as we arguing more than I am, because I'm too focused on the argument, because he yelling, I'm yelling, and I'm driving, so I'm just like, I don't even know what I'm doing, honestly, but he's seeing everything, so he's just like, well, why did you just do this now? Why did you just do this? And I'm just like, we arguing, that's why I just did it. Like, what do you mean? Like, we're going back and forth. I can't focus on that. He like, we're on the restricted road now, you're supposed to get on that exit. I'm like, well, you know how you done fucked up for real. Like, regardless of us arguing, I fucked up. I went to the wrong area, but you know how you just be like too into being right that you don't want to admit that you're wrong. I'm just like, I guess I'm driving on a restricted road here, looking dumb because I could have got pulled over and all types of stuff, but I didn't, y'all. I got lucky that day. So we finally get off the restricted road, and I just pull over because it's like we going back and forth. I'm doing stupid stuff, like we yelling, you not communicating with me right, I'm not communicating with you right. This is too much. So I pulled over, and this is when I actually respected him because even though we got into that argument, we was going back and forth, I wasn't cussing at him, like calling him out his name, and he wasn't doing that either. We was still being respectful with our argument, but we was yelling. He pretty much was just like, park right here, like parking in the slot. He told me to slide the park in, and I pulled into it, but I pulled in it like I didn't set myself up right to pull into that area at all. I'm not gonna lie. So it was real tight, and I almost hit this trailer next to me, but he didn't let me. He got out and he helped me park there. Even after that argument, he still got out and did what a trainer was supposed to do. So like after he did that, I was like, you know what? Regardless if you feel you was right or not, you need to apologize to this man, because he's still doing his job for you, regardless of what y'all just did. Most people wouldn't have did that. They would just be like, yeah, little girl struggle. You want to yell, struggle. But he didn't let me struggle. He got out and he made sure I got into the parking spot, and I apologized to him and he apologized to me, and we went about our day, you know. So I'm very grateful that I had Michael as a trainer. He made it a very smooth process for me. I was very confident coming out on this road by myself, even with my experience as a yard jockey. He solidified everything else that I needed to know, as far as running my time, running off recaps, and all of that. Knowing where to pull over, knowing where not to pull over. He did all of that for me. So thank you, Michael. Shout out to you. And they're gonna let me run this low, y'all. So that's perfect timing. Video over. I'm out. I'm gonna head to my drop off, and I'll see them when I get there, and hopefully it's good. So y'all have a bomb day. I'm gonna try to have a good day myself, get this low where it needs to be, and yeah. Ocean out. I'll have another video for y'all coming soon, another parking video, another driving video, and y'all see more from me. So bye.